So, folks, this lady won a gold medal at the Olympic Games, which means she's one of the best in the world. Won a silver medal at the Olympic Games, which means she's one of the best in the world. Won a couple of medals at the World Championship, which means she's one of the best in the world. Dawn Harper Nelson and her husband, Alonzo, came to Jamaica on business, but Hurricane Melissa had other plans, from hotel evacuation to helping out post-hurricane. The Nelsons joins us via Zoom to talk to us a little bit about what they went through. Good morning to you both. Welcome to Smile.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
First, Mrs. Harper Nelson, let me congratulate you on what you have done in your career. But I guess your toughest race was about 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
It really was. I would have never seen it coming, but I know that my faith and stuff, I realized I was prepared for the moment. So it was a blessing to make it through that for sure.
Yep, and welcome again to our show. I know you came on business, but before you came, did you hear anything untoward about what might happen?
And I think that's the misconception. No, we did not know anything about it. And once we got to Jamaica, everyone was like, oh, it's not going to come. It's not going to hit us. You'll be gone before it even happens. And when it does, it won't be anything serious. So at no point until it actually hit did we fear for our lives. So.
And I'm sure you were happy that Sir Alonzo was right with you through all of this.
Oh my gosh.
What was it like for you, sir?
Much the same. Like, I was clueless to like everything that was going on because I was the plus one in the whole ordeal. But I couldn't imagine being 13 days without my wife, just wondering and worrying if she was okay. So to like go through it with her was the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys ever been through, I was going to say anything like this, but I'm told we have never had anything like this. But you guys ever been through a hurricane before?
Never.
Absolutely not. No.
Never been through a hurricane.
No, it was life altering. And no, we've never been anything. We've been married, 12 and a half years? So 12 and a half years is when the real test came.
So when you heard it was coming, you says, all right, I'm fine because I'm leaving tomorrow. And then all of a sudden, well, I am not leaving tomorrow. What was that like? What were the thoughts then?
Well, that was definitely right. That was definitely hard because we knew our flight was to leave Sunday at 1 p.m. and they closed the airports at 12. And then when that happened, that's when all of a sudden we started getting all these messages about, oh, your flight's going to be rescheduled. And you see Alonzo, he's on the video right there. He's a math teacher. So he got up early the day of the hurricane. He's like, I need to get these lessons out to my students. And so
you never know what's going to happen. And like, I didn't tell anybody that I was going to Jamaica. I was just going out of town.
Yeah.
And so once this happened, it was like, all right, the cat's out the bag.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in a hurricane. So
yeah, he had to get the lessons back. But to say, when we were there leading up to it, we would ask the workers on the resort and we ask people around, how did they feel about it? Are they nervous? And when I say they did a good job keeping us calm. They were like, yeah, man, like, you're going to be fine. Don't you worry. It's going to be okay. So truly the energy in the atmosphere was calm. They played calm music. Don't worry about it. I mean, literally, they were setting the mood for everyone to stay calm.
So what was the first thing that you were asked to do? Because I know they moved you from the room, I think, to an area, an auditorium or something like that. So was that the first thing they asked you to do? And did you kind of say, well, if they want us to move from the room, this sounds kind of serious, don't?
I think the first thing was packing our bags, right? So they told us to only grab essentials and to put our bags in a tub. I put our luggage in the tub. And so when we had to do that, I was like, okay, this is a little more serious than we think it's going to be.
And then we started to see them board up the buildings. And that for me, so putting the stuff, in the tub, yes. But when they start boarding the buildings, I was like, oh my goodness, this is real. And I even did a video where I was like, do you guys see that they're boarding? You don't board up a building unless something is truly coming. And then we had a mandatory evacuation at 9:30 on, was it Monday night? On Monday night. And that, to me, that's the video right there because, and I know it may seem silly, but it really was a bit of like, you're trying to grasp what's really happening /
the moment is rising.
The moment is rising. And then you don't know how bad it's getting. So I mean, we were making videos along the way, mainly because our family and friends needed to, we started to get messages of, okay, you're there, what's going on? So that's why we started to do videos, because at some point we were told you would lose service. Yeah. And think about it, any family member or friend of someone, you lose service, you think the worst. And so we wanted to let them know up until that point that we were okay.
Yeah. One more question before I get to the point that I rate you guys, because you ended up being scared, but you ended up helping all of us here in Jamaica. Yeah. But was there any time that you thought, so we don't think we're going to make this? Was there any time that you thought that, you might not?
It was a point where I definitely was scared with how bad it would get. I didn't necessarily think that, no, we wouldn't make it. But I was wondering if there would be casualties and different things, because when the hurricane actually hit in the resort inside the room, they let us know, okay, the hurricane is on its way. Things may start to change. And you can hear the solar panels being ripped off the roof, the ceiling of the roof of the building. You can hear the boards being ripped off of the building. And so that's when everyone kind of made sure we had shoes on, anything, if you needed to run. I mean, we just sat down literally just kind of like this, and you're like, how bad is it going to get? That for me was the scariest moment.
But then you moved from that to say, we need to help. And you did that. Absolutely. Where did that come from? Because I would have just say, I want to leave this place as quickly as possible. Where did you get that from to say, no, let's help some folks before we go home?
Well, I think for us, once we realized that we were okay and our flights were secured and everything like that, it's like, okay, how can we help leave this place a little bit better than we found it? And we contacted our good friend Shelly Ann, and I told initially I saw Saturday, so we left Tuesday. Right. So I saw Saturday that she had made a drop, and I contacted her and I said, I wish I had known that you were doing something, because we would have tried to join you. And she was like, well, we're bagging, we're gathering, things for our next drop. Do you want to help? And I was like, absolutely. Yeah. And so we jumped in and we stayed the whole time. Yeah. We made sure things were put in the truck and the whole night. It was a beautiful and
it was. And let me say, to experience the moments that I've truly had with Shelly Ann Fraser Price was more of, we're in the moment competing. She does the 100, I do the hurdles. But by the time you see each other, you're locked in the zone. And we have good moments at a hotel, but you're still at a track meet. This was so refreshing to see that we're both humans. We have the love for our sport, but really the love for our community. Yeah. And so when we were able to come and truly help out, to see how, everyone in that room, literally, they were like, Jamaica's going to bounce back. Well, this is not going to define us. We are strong. Jamaica's strong. It was really empowering and uplifting to be in there, to know that such a devastating time had happened, but she understood the importance of giving back. It was so inspiring.
Yeah, and I thank you so much on behalf of our country, on behalf of the folks who you've helped. I suspect your next trip to Jamaica won't be during hurricane season.
No, Shelly Ann Fraser, she sent me a message when we got home. I let her know, hey, we're safe. And she said, listen, she's like, you have to come back, because this cannot be the last time that you came to. She's like, we are a beautiful place, so come back. So one day, yes, for sure we will.
And thank you again. Thank you so much. And thank you for finding the time this morning to speak with us. Sir, say hi to the kids. And I'm sure you're going to tell them about your experience, and hopefully they will never have to go through anything like this. God bless you both. Stay safe.
Yes. Bless you. Thank you. God bless Jamaica.
All right. Thank you. Two-time Olympic medalist, gold and silver, two-time world championship, silver and bronze, Mrs. Dawn Harper Nelson and her husband, Mr. Alonzo Nelson. That's it for our, well, it wasn't a diaspora check-in. I almost said diaspora check-in, but really, really great for them to go through all of that, but still found time to help us. He said, she said, when we come back. Stay with us, please.